Typically, when you hear that there's a hurricane in Florida, or that there's fires in California, or there's an earthquake in Turkey, or maybe that Ukraine gets invaded, Israel and Gaza are at war, you think that's happening around the world. But I'm in Missouri. I'm in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm in the middle of Nebraska. I live in Portland, Maine. What do those world events have to do with me? I think for me, when I hear two of my friends getting laid off and my dad getting an email from the Department of Government Efficiency asking him what he did, and on top of that, 40% of my dad's workplace getting fired, it makes me wonder, maybe this is my hurricane. Maybe this is my fire. Maybe this is my country getting invaded. Now, obviously, a job is not the same as a natural calamity or war, and nor am I equating them. Eventually, sometimes your world does feel like it fell apart. And when I hear these things, I feel so powerless. I don't want to just say, that's tough, because they know it's tough. Some people have some real responsibilities. Some people have family. My friends have families. They have mouths they have to feed. And I can't just wave a magic wand. And I just feel so powerless to help. If this video sounds more serious and less joking, it's because this is one of those things where I don't know how to laugh off. Now, I also don't know how to cry it off because my eyes are dry, so it's very hard for me to produce tears. It's weird. I think I've been thinking about this. In school, you're told you get good grades, and then you're going to get rewarded, either with a good job or with some academic accomplishments, maybe a scholarship. But what's strange is when you start working, and you do really well, you can get fired for it, at least in the United States. I don't know, maybe, I don't think Europe has layoffs in the same capacity at the United States because we have this thing called right to work or at-will employment. I forget the exact term, but basically the concept is you choose to work so they can let you go whenever they want. And I'm not here to criticize, I'm not here to praise, I'm not here to give an analysis, I'm just here to give some context. And maybe just my thoughts of, honestly, this whole channel is just my thoughts. I think when my friend got laid off, the first one got laid off, I was like, man, okay. And then my second one just got laid off. I was like, whoa, okay. And now my dad saying 40% of his workplace got let go. I asked myself, am I next? You know, am I gonna be a former rice scooper? Because work is slow and who knows? Who knows what happens? Who knows? I don't know what to do without scooping. Like this is kind of my purpose. I didn't think about what happens after. I didn't think about what's next. I didn't think that there was something after. I'm not gonna be doom and gloom, but I'm also not gonna just be hopelessly optimistic. I think one thing is we're never really taught what to do with uncertainty. You might be taught what to do, oh, in case of a fire or in case of success. Maybe. But when it comes to uncertainty, whether it be a layoff or just a sudden shift, like, you know, whether a death in the family or just like these things that are tragic that jolt your life, for me, I get confused. And sometimes I do get angry because, you know, you want to yell, you want to do this, you just want to fix things. At least I do. When I hear problems, I just want to say, okay, let me just go Bob the Builder, you know, yes we can, Mr. Fix It, Handy Manny, all those things. I just want to fix things, but I just don't know how to. I don't know how to, so you know. I wish I lived in the world where maybe I'm Elon Musk, maybe I'm Jeff Bezos, whoever, and I can just be like, you get a job, you get a job, you get a job. I'm Oprah, just giving job. Or maybe I'm Trump, jobs. But I'm not. You know, I'm Caleb Intende. I've got $40,000 worth of student loan debt. And I work minimum wage. I don't know how to solve these problems. I don't know what to do. And I can't bring things back. It's so interesting because when I face something I don't know, I try to not think about it, but this thought has just been coming more and more and more and more. And yeah, I've been praying, you know. I've been trying to talk to the man upstairs, God himself, you know, my homie. But still, you still have to navigate. You still have to wake up the next day. You still have to carry on, you know, keep calm and carry on, as the Brits say. And it's weird because I don't know how to. I want to get excited for the future. I really do. I'm very excited this summer to intern in Austin. Very excited to, I need to, well, your boy has not been studying, grinding out lead code, all these things as I should be, but I'm very excited to try to get a job this year. I'm very excited for these things. But you read these articles, Gen Z this, Gen Z that, there's less purchasing power, and it makes you wonder, you know, what does the future look like? Are we gonna be in some weird Mad Max Fury Road? Is it gonna be some Great Depression 2.0? Or is this some kind of right before, I don't know, maybe it's like one of them ones where it's just whoop, you know, just like do do do, and then whoop up and to the right. I can't foresee the, you know, my crystal ball is not working right now, so I don't know what happens next. All I know is that I try to take things one day at a time. I try to listen. I try to grow because I've never been laid off. I've never worked at a place where 40% of workforce is gone. You know, it's weird. America is kind of at this weird crossroads where inflection point, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Where anything can happen, good or bad. And at the moment, it looks like a storm is on the way, if it's not already here. You see, the thing is, the storm could already be here. That's what they don't tell you about, like hurricanes and tornadoes. Blizzard, that one's a little different. But before a storm comes, typically, like the conditions are already there. The atmosphere is already set. It just has to happen. And that might be what's going on right now. And who knows? I don't know what happens next, you know. You're told about the American dream. You're told that you can come here, you can make all this money, you can buy a house. I look at my situation. I look at Dallas. I look at home prices. Even it doesn't really matter because, and of course I'll have people tell me, "Oh, but Caleb, actually, you know, I found a place for like 400,000, like 400. Bruv, nah, like, tell me why it's in South Dallas. Like, literally, it's like there's a crack house down the street. It's falling apart, 2 bed, 1 bath, or it's way out in the boonies on the border of Garland, and you're out here telling me you found a steal. Nah, people need to really wake up to reality where we are in a different chapter in America. Now, you can blame Biden, you can blame Trump, you can do Kamala Harris, you can do the... You can blame whoever you want, man. I blame Tyler Perry, man. You know, Tyler Perry hasn't made a movie. I'm gonna blame him. But I think at the end of the day, I think we're suffering consequences for our choices. Our country is 34 trillion in debt. It's probably 34 or 33, but there's over $30 trillion in debt. We have wealth inequality widening. And those things create a different thing. Change has to happen. Now, whenever I think of things, because I'm not here to be doom and gloom, or maybe I am, you know, maybe I'm just a bad news bunny, I don't know. Bad bunny, bad news bunny. I think of in Norse mythology where I think it's called, oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called, the end of the world. Man, and this isn't God of War, and I already forgot. Ragnarok, I think that's what it's called, Ragnarok, where it brings the end of the world. Like, Ragnarok is the end of the world. I think the end of the world is also just the beginning. Sometimes you do need a forest fire because some trees, when there's a forest fire, they release seeds because that's the only way some conifers can grow is when release seeds is because of a fire, because of the extreme heat conditions. So while things might be scary and it may not be easy, I think there's one thing that maybe gives me some encouragement, and it's that after the fire, there comes a new forest and people rebuild. What was before is not going to look after. Europe after the Black Plague was completely different. Medieval times, but it did create the Renaissance. Now, what the American Renaissance is, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be alive for that. I might just be a part of the bubonic plague period. I do know this, though. It's just, take this as an opportunity to, you know, tell somebody you love them, because you just never know what people are going through. I know it was my birthday. You know, it was my birthday on Saturday. I don't even like talking about this. And I tried to tell certain people that I love them, because I just knew that it's just a blessing to tell that to people. And that's a message I definitely want to spread, that no matter what tough times, I don't have the answers. I really don't. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you were looking for your boy. Go to ChatGPT. You know, that's what I do when I don't have the answer to anything. I just go to ChatGPT. But I do know that telling people you love them and listening is at least a step in the right direction. It may not bring your job back. It may not bring back a loved one. It may not bring back your house if you live in Florida. I'm sorry. You know, hurricane's going to do what a hurricane's going to do. Those Santa Ana winds are going to take the fire and do what they're going to do. But it at least shows that you're there for someone. And I think that's something that we need more of. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll be back on Friday for more. There's going to be my socials at the end. My socials are linked down below, and a video is going to be recommended for you. Thank you so much for watching.